everybody, and welcome back to Creating Hanley. My name is Kimberly here at Creating Hanley. Hello! And we are doing this star today. Let me see if I can bring this in closer to you. It's called Skewed Star. Can you see that title up there? Block number 652 on page 333 of the 1000 Blocks Quote Block book. This one again. Skewed Star, S-K-E-W-E-D, Skewed Star. And you can see right here on the screen, I have the book up so you can see the measurements. 2 squares of assorted dark prints, 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. 2 squares of assorted dark prints by 4 3/8 by 4 3/8, and 16 rectangles, 1 3/4 by 4 inches long. Same assorted dark prints. Now for a light print, 2 squares, 3 3/8 by 3 3/8, and 2 squares of 4 3/8 by 4 3/8. All right, that's what you need, which I have all cut out right here. I'm using blue. Obviously, the book uses different colors, but I'm not buying fabric, so I'm using what I have, and I cut this out of yardage. And let me tell you what, that was a pain. I almost had 16 different, but I didn't need them because some of the fabrics, because they were assorted prints, because they were like funky prints, I'm able to get like this one and this one. They look different, same fabric, right? So I was able to use the same fabric for 2 different squares and 2 different rectangles. Anyway, yammering on there. Got it all done, but this is 1. So this is what you need to make 1 block. Normally I make 2, and I was cutting this and and I was pretty much done cutting, and then I realized I only cut enough to make 1 block. So we're gonna do this in real time, which I don't like to do because sometimes it takes a really long time for me to get 1 block done. But I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. So what time is it? 10:53. All right. So because it's so late, let's see if we can get this done. All right. Now, this is a relatively easy block. Basically, you're just gonna sew all the squares together. Now, you do have to make some half square triangles. So we're gonna take these and these. These were the squares. So you have the light and you have the dark. And again, this is 4 3/8, and this is 3 3/8. Okay. Now for these, what you're gonna do is put the right sides together. Now I'm using batiks, and sometimes you can't really tell on the right side and the wrong side, so I'm just going to use the side that I feel better about. I don't know. Yeah. Line these up, and this is going to make our half square triangles. So I'm going to take a straight edge and a pencil, and I'm going to draw a line from corner to corner. Oh, where's my pencil? I'm just using a number 2 pencil. So line up my straight edge. And I have done this so many times in other videos. If you need like specific instruction on that, I have several other videos in probably the 2023 series and the 2024 series on how to make a half square triangle. Maybe I can dig up the video, but not likely. All right, so once you do that, this is your guide line. This is your cut line. So you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance on both sides of this line. Now I'm going to chain piece and do the other one. And try to speed this up. And once I do that, the video may shake because the camera's sitting on this plexiglass. So let's just swing this around. 1/4 inch seam allowance as best you can. There we go. All right, now cut those apart, and then when you cut right down the center, you now have 2 squares. This is a half square triangle. Okay. Beautiful. There we go. Now I'm going to press this open, and I'm going to press this seam to the dark side. Here we go. All right. Now I really hope I do not make any mistakes because I'm just doing this, blasting on through, right on through to the other side. Yep, it's late and now I'm gonna get crazy. Gonna get a little crazy. All right, now these dog ears or these little extra tags right here, you can trim those off because they stick up. They will just cause bulk. Now what you can do if you want to be super precise is square up these squares right now. Square up these little squares. And what I mean by square up is equalize the sides. And another way to trim off these little dog ears is by laying out your measuring tool, and then if you have a 45-degree angle, you line up that 45-degree angle on that seam line, and then if you need to trim anything, you go zip, zip, and this should line up on the, I want to say 4 3/8. No, that's not going to be right. It looks like 4 by 4, but it's a little wonky. Of course it is. It's mine. So it kind of looks like 4 7/8. Do I have anything that's 4 7/8? Which is going to shrink down a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch. So it would be 4 3/8 maybe? Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it because that's me. And so now I'm just going to set these aside and do the same thing with these. So find your right sides, put your right sides together. I don't even know, whatever. Which side looks all right? Let's do this. And line up all 4 sides so that it is perfect. So if you start with perfect, you may not end with perfect, but at least it's better than starting with not perfect. Okay, where did my pencil go? Do the same thing here. I don't know if you can see that, but corner to corner. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could do all your drawing at the same time, and then you could do all your sewing at the same time, and then all your cutting at the same time. And that usually helps save time. So it's more efficient if you just are able to, group all those activities together like that. All right. Okay. And again, when you open that up, boop, a square triangle. So now you should have 4 of these as well. Because you start with 4 triangles, or you start with 4 squares, so you should end with 4 squares. They just look a little different. Okay. Now, at the end of this video, I have a treat for you guys. So stick around to the end because I have an announcement to make. So, all right. So you want to stick around for that announcement. All right. Something special. It's something really cool. Okay, so 4 of these, 4 of these. Now, that's the hardest part right there. Once you get these out of the way, now we can start putting together these. 16. So it doesn't matter, however, whatever you want to do, whatever order you want to do. Now I'm just going to take 2 and put 2 together. That's all I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to take 2 and chain piece through the machine. Okay, so let's see if we could do that. Just taking 2, the next 2, and chain piece. So you want to sew them lengthwise. Sew them on one long side. So face sides together. Put the right sides together. So 1/4 inch seam allowance, as always, always. And then sew on the long side. And when you're done, you should have 8 sets, right? Because there's 16 of these rectangles. So you should have 8 sets. And again, I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but still being precise. So I don't want to make you bored, but we're doing this in real time. And let's see how quickly we can put this star together. Okay, so right now it's been 10 minutes. And we already got all 8 of our half square triangles done, so that's good. And we're about halfway through of this, these pairings. So that's cool. That one's gonna be a little wonky. All right. And your machine might go a little bit faster. I do have a foot pedal, but I don't have it attached on this machine. I'm just using the hand digital thingy here. The slider speed, and I have it, I don't know. I don't want it to go super fast. Okay. So now we are done with these pairings. Okay, just split these apart. Okay, now watch me iron again. Just gonna press these open. Now, none of these are really like darker or lighter. These are just kind of all the same. So I'm just gonna pick a side and So whatever side, like when you open this up, when you open up your sets, whatever side that the seam kind of wants to go towards, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make it super easy. If the fabric wants to go that way, I'm just gonna play along. Just play along with it. Just let it do its thing. Let it be comfortable. Okay. Notice I'm not swirling my iron. I just set it down and, oops, and kind of leave it there. Now you don't want to leave it there too long because you'll burn your fabric, but it's not like I walked to the kitchen or something, right? You can see these. Cool. Now these are all batiks that I bought last year. I was going to make a different project. I wanted to make a dragon for the 2024 year of the dragon, but I did not. I never did that. And so I am going to do this project. I'm going to make all of my year full of stars, year number 2 of the year full of stars with all these batiks. So, oh, my hair. Yeah, by the way, I'm letting my hair grow out, so you're going to see shaggy. Instead of poofy and whatever else mess that I usually have with my hair, you're going to start to see it just be shaggy. So that's on purpose. Not like on purpose. I don't know. My hair does it whatever it wants. So, but I'm letting it grow out. Anyway, I digress. Now, let's start to make the star. So if we look at the book again and we see this design, this is what we want. So you see there are pairings on each corner, okay? And the direction is like this, up and down. So, and then in the center, you see 4. So now we're going to take 2 more of these. We're going to take 4 more of these, actually, and sew them together so that we have a 4 patch and a 4 patch. And then we're going to sew those 4 patches together, and then we'll have this centerpiece, okay? So that's what we're going to do there. Now, just as another aside, this Skewed Star, it was not in my list of 12 originally. But I had just like flipped the book open and then that page just popped open and I saw that, I almost thought it said Screwed Star. And I was like, what is this? Caught my attention and I was like, oh, Skewed Star. And I was like, yeah, that's about the times right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like that's the times that we're living in right now. Either skewed or screwed, whatever way, but it fits right now. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so anyway, back to here. Yeah, so here are my pairs. Now, you don't have to get super specific. Whatever looks good to you, you can put those together. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe like, I think maybe that, look, I don't know. Does that look good? And then maybe like, let's see, what do we have here? So maybe do something like, no, that's already in there. Maybe do something like this. How about that? Or maybe like this. Do those two look good together? I don't know. Doesn't really matter because it's just going to be a thing, right? Yeah. Or you could do this. And then those are going to go together. Right? They're going to go together like this. So, I think that works. I don't know. You don't need to get like super weird about it. Just whatever works. Just whatever you pick up. Just pick up something and then put it together. So line up these sides. What was I gonna say for this one? I don't even know. Was that gonna be a thing here? I don't know. Let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even know. I thought I was putting purples together. Wasn't I gonna put purples together? Wasn't that going here and then this going here? Something like that? I don't know. Oh, I know. It was this one and this one, wasn't it? Oh, guys, now I'm thinking too much. Now I'm thinking about it too much. Okay. Thinking about it too much. So, just send it through the machine. Now it's starting to get a little bit long. Now this video is getting a little bit long. I feel like it is getting long. So, I may stop this real soon. But, we've pretty much done the majority of it. So, open this up. Press it. And same with this. Open it up. Press. And now we have 4 of these. Okay, those go on the side. And we have these. And these sew together. So just find whatever side you want. And then put, so do you see which direction these are going? It's lengthwise like this. And then put these together and then sew down the center. And if you want to, at this point, you can nest the seams right in there. Quarter-inch seam allowance. Uh-oh, I have a problem. Of course I do, because I'm trying to go fast. There's always a problem when I try to go fast. All right, I gotta Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so you know what? Problem with the machine. So pretend that this is sewn together. Okay, now we're just gonna put this together. So there's a problem with the thread. I'm not gonna thread this already. There's an issue. So this goes in the center. Just build your block right now. This goes in the center. These go like this. And you want to place the large, so find your small squares and your large squares. And put the large square like so. Is that right? Let me think about this. Let's do this and this. Wait, how's this go? Yeah, like this. Okay, so the point goes in the center. Okay. So the point goes in the center. There we go. Because we're making a star, and the star is going to be, my purple is going to be the star. The star part. Okay. So now these go on the outside, and you want these perpendicular to these. So your corners are perpendicular to this direction. Okay. These go on the outside. And then the same with the little squares. Put those in a star formation so that the point is in the center. Okay. You got it now. You got it. Here we go. Okay. Look at that. Now, boom. There's your star. Right there. You got it. So, sew all these together. So take a row. Just take a row. And maybe like this. So these together, and then sew that together. So now you have your row. Same thing here. Put these together first. Put these together first. And then now that you have this sewn, now put these 2 units, that on and that on. Okay? Same with this. Put that on, or it doesn't matter. Put those together and then that on. Now you have 3 rows. Now sew one row together and sew the other row together. And there is your star. Let me see if I can get this to look a little bit more straight on for you. Does that look right? There you go. There's the star right there. All right. I love it. Now for the announcement. I have a friend on YouTube. Let me get that film out of the picture out of the way. My friend Alex. Hi, Alex. So for all of you guys on my channel, Alex has been with me from the beginning. She has been one of my very first subscribers to my channel. And I appreciate her sticking along with me all this time. And she actually reached out to me several years ago when I first started. And I was a little bit nervous about, well, I got to be honest with you, Alex. I was a little bit nervous about people like reaching out to me. And I just was too new and I didn't want to get scammed and stuff, which, you know, understandable. But I'm always super busy though. I work, like I said, 4 different jobs. Right now it's 11:16 at night and I'm, you know, filming this. So I do work a lot and so there's not a whole lot of time. So anyway, she has been with me from the beginning. Her name is Alex and her link is Living and Crafting with MS. She has MS and she teaches you or anybody. And it's interesting, I have seen some of her videos, and it's interesting how she copes with MS. And she has a machine where she feeds the fabric through and it cuts automatically. So she can show you how that works too if you have a Cricut or if, I forget what the other machine was that she said, but follow her. Her name's Alex, Living and Crafting with MS. Check out her channel. And she will... We've kind of paired up. I know I'm saying this like a really long way to say this, but we've kind of collaborated. And what I can't show you on here, she will describe it a little bit better. She might instruct you a little bit better on that. So, yeah, check out her channel and let me know what you think, guys. All right, so have fun making this star, Skewed Star, our first star block for February of 2025 in our So A Year Full of Stars 2. Year Full of Stars 2 for year 2025. And I'm sorry I have the tape up there. That's where I had my love last week. I made that love with big heart applique. And I'm still not done with that. I'm still thinking about maybe adding more stuff to it. But I do want to finish the back and have it like maybe live there permanently. But right now that's just duct tape. Anyway, thanks for playing along with me today. Thanks for sewing. Thanks for just being here. In these crazy times, it is super important to have a community. And I don't know if I'm going to be in the U.S. I don't know what's going to happen in the United States, folks. I really don't. These are unprecedented. Well, yeah, scary times. They're not unprecedented because this has happened in the history in other countries before. And we know what happened to those countries. They didn't make it. They fell. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's just me. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm leaving the country is not out of my thought. You know, like it's not, I could do it. I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, hang in there with me. Let's stay together. Let's be a community. Let's keep sewing. Let's keep on sewing. So anyway, I'm just, you know, tossing out ideas. Probably should keep my mouth shut, but sometimes I just can't. Anyway, there we go. Now it's 11:20. So have a good night. Have fun making this. Go to Alex's channel, Living and Crafting with MS. And you don't have to have MS to watch her channel. She's full of a lot of information. And actually, if you have like arthritis or something, that her channel might even help you more because she has to overcome, you know, some difficulties sometimes. So that might be helpful for you as well. All right, guys. Hang in there. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.